Hey everyone, so today in 2026, I will show you the best DaVinci Resolve settings so you can avoid that dreaded gamma shift. These settings will help you see accurate colors from when you export from DaVinci Resolve to what you see on your Apple display monitors. And honestly, the best setting is not Rec 709A. I do not care what YouTube tell you. The only reason they think Rec 709A works so well because their monitors are uncalibrated. They're not taking the time to calibrate their monitors to the correct setting, which is Rec 709 Gamma 2.4. Now, before we move forward, I want to talk about something first. In 2026, 4K monitors are more than affordable. Especially the one I use for my graphics monitor is the Asus ProArt display. Just because your monitor has a higher resolution, do not mean that the colors are accurate. That is one big misconception. You have to calibrate your monitor manually to make sure that your colors fall in line so you can ensure accuracy, especially if you're getting paid to color grade or shoot a project. So when you're looking for a monitor for your computer or your laptop or whatever, and you want to use it to color grade, you should make sure that the monitor is a true 10-bit monitor. That means it have a billion colors. Now I will be honest, if you can afford an OLED monitor, get one. That is because the OLED monitors have a 1,000,000 to 1 contrast ratio, unlike my LCD, which only has 1,000 to 1. If you ever exported an image from DaVinci Resolve and you notice that your contrast is off, that's why. And the OLED monitor that I use as my reference monitor or my mastering display is the LG C3 OLED. As I said, that TV has a contrast ratio of 1,000,000 to 1. And when I'm color grading, I can see the difference between that monitor and my Asus monitor. I won't be showing you how to calibrate the LG C3, but Sydney Baker Green does an amazing job with that, and I will link his video up here somewhere. Now, while I don't rely on this method anymore, I still use it to make sure my Asus display look close to what my LG C3 does. The reason I don't rely on this method anymore because it is not a true calibration and it's only calibrating your monitor based off what your operating system color science is. So with Windows, it may be Gamma 2.4, but with Apple's, it's definitely DCP3. So that means that your monitor is not being calibrated independently from your computer system. And this is why it's important to have a reference monitor, which is, like I said, mine is my LG TV. Now, I am calibrating my LG TV with a Blackmagic Deck Link card that I'm getting a signal independently or a clean feed from DaVinci Resolve. But the method I'm still about to show you is good for anyone who is running a one monitor system. So what you're gonna need is a colorimeter, but also a system called Calibrate. When you're running Calibrate, it's simple, it's an easy walkthrough, and the only thing you need to make sure is that your gamma is set to Gamma 2.4 and your white point is set to D65. Those are the requirements to get the correct or accurate colors for Gamma 2.4 or Rec 709. If you don't make sure that you click these settings, your monitor will be calibrated at Gamma 2.2 and white point D60, which will throw your colors off. Now let's hop in Resolve and I'll show you how I set up my projects. Also guys, I want to mention that everything you're going to see in this video, I'm teaching in my novice color grade crash course, which you can actually have access to if you join my creator community. Now let's get back to the video. Okay everybody, so now we're in Resolve, and the first thing we're going to do is go over here to DaVinci Resolve. We're going to click on Preference, and we're going to go down to General, and we're going to make sure that these three settings are checked. Use 10-bit precision, use Mac display color profiles for viewers, automatically tag Rec 709 scenes clips as Rec 709A. Then once we do that, we're going to hit Save. And the next thing we're going to do is go over here to the gear wheel. We're going to go to color management, and color science should be DaVinci YRGB. Timeline color space should be DaVinci Y Gamma Intermediate, and output color space should be Rec 709 Gamma 2.4. And once you do that, you'll click Save. So as you guys see, I'm going to export in 4K, and the first thing I'm going to do is go down to quality. I'm going to restrict it to 80,000. Then the next thing I do is go down to advanced settings. This is how it looks before I expand that window. Then my color space tag should be Rec 709. My gamma tag should be Gamma 2.4. And then I will go down here. My bypass re-encode when possible should be checked. Then you should also check force sizing to highest quality. Then you should also check force debayer to highest quality. Then once you do that, you can hit add to render. I'm going to hit cancel. And let's say that you don't want to input these settings for every export. You're going to go right here to the three dot icon. You're going to click Save as New Preset, name it whatever you want, then click Save. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you guys learned something in this video, and I hope you guys stop using Rec 709 because that only works when your monitors are not calibrated, and honestly, you'll see some shifts when you're looking at your work on different TVs or different monitors. Using these settings will ensure that your image looks the same or close to it across different monitors and mobile devices. So if you have any questions, leave a comment below. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next one.